Good morning. Looks like we got another beautiful day on our hands. It's supposed to be clear as blue skies, sunny, warm. I think the high today is supposed to be over 75 degrees. So I'm going to get this cantaloupe melon cut up here. I've had it sitting on my counter for a little bit. I don't want it to get overripe. It is approaching that. So just kind of wanted to chat for a minute and get in touch with y'all. Things have been pretty good out here so far. Getting in well into 2024. Just about through the month of January here. Yeah, what does that mean for me? Tax season's coming up. It's my least favorite time of the year, but I try to get a jump on it and get it out of the way so I can just put it behind me. Should be pretty simple this year. I think I'm going to attempt to do my own taxes. I haven't done that for quite a few years. I've been paying somebody. It usually ends up being about $300, which is quite a bit. So yeah, typically I don't owe a whole lot to the feds. Technically a South Dakota resident, and they don't have state income tax, so I just pay the feds for my taxes on my YouTube ad revenue, income, and then any other jobs. Normally it's the Alaska job in the summer, but I didn't do that this last summer. I ended up cleaning boats. So it should be a pretty simple ordeal as far as taxes this year. Looking forward to getting through that. And yeah, just overall, just kind of reflecting on not just last year, but the prior years. I've been doing this living mobily. I started out in a Dodge short van. Got that van in 2013. I had it built and ready to live in by January 1st, 2014. So yeah, this is year number 10. I didn't start doing YouTube videos till about a year into that. I was living in the city in Southern California and San Diego for the most part, working a part-time job, getting a feel for if I really wanted to try to live out of a van. And it didn't take long for me to realize that, yeah, that was going to work out. And I started researching the seasonal work, the sugar beet harvest, and at that time they had the Amazon Camper Force, where you could work for Amazon during the holiday season at one of the fulfillment centers, which I ended up doing. I got hired for both of those jobs. So I hit the road in 2015, September of 2015, never forget it. Started making my way up to North Dakota for the sugar beet harvest. I had no idea what I was getting myself into back then. There wasn't as much information. There wasn't a whole lot of videos on YouTube of people doing those kind of jobs. So it was a real exciting time. And as soon as I did that beet harvest and then made my way down to Kentucky for the Amazon job, I really felt like I had found like a new way of life that was going to work for me. I had met quite a few people at those jobs that had been working seasonal jobs and been full-time RVers for quite a few years. So after kind of being on my own, getting my start, meeting those people and working those jobs really kind of solidified how I could actually sustain the lifestyle that I was hoping to pursue. And I got turned on to a lot of other seasonal jobs through meeting those people, and just it gave me a lot of encouragement. They weren't necessarily personally encouraging me with their words, but just knowing that there was other people out there doing something that I wanted to do and it was sustainable for them, it was a really special time for me. I remember being at that Amazon job in Kentucky. I worked from I think November 1st up until Christmas Eve Day, the 24th of December. And it was the first time I was away from my family for Christmas. Most of the seasonal workers, we all finished up around the 23rd or the 24th, a couple days before Christmas. And pretty much all the other work campers, except for like me and one other work camper at the campground, everyone split and was going to go somewhere back home or wherever to see family for Christmas. And it was just too long of a drive for me to get all the way from Kentucky to Southern California in a day or two. So it was my first Christmas. I'll never forget it. calling my folks and wishing them a Merry Christmas, and it got a little emotional. But it was a really neat experience for me. It was really kind of the foundation of the life that I was going to start pursuing and the life that was ahead of me. So, yeah, it was really neat. Well, I might as well cut up this whole melon here. So I actually did end up going back to visit my folks. I made it back to my hometown by New Year's that would have been 2015 going into 2016. And, it was kind of like my first big road trip excursion, fully living out of the van, working a seasonal job. So, I had some stories to tell my family when I visited them for that New Year's holiday, and was kind of getting geared up for, what was going to be the next step. And I did do an RTR event prior to when I hit the road for that first seasonal job run. So I knew of that event, and I went back to it again. That would have been 2016 RTR, and again, just continued to network with people and meet people that were living on the road. And it just kind of really felt like I was into this new life, and it was going to work out. I was meeting really cool people and having fun, seeing a lot of new places. So it was a special time for sure. And I've just kind of, continued to build on that. The next year, I never went back to Amazon as far as a seasonal job. I continued to do the sugar beet harvest for, I think I've done that a total of 6 or even 7 years. So that became kind of a regular thing. A lot of you may remember some of the other seasonal jobs. I did Adventureland, an amusement park in Iowa, one summer. Then I got into the selling Christmas trees around the holiday season. That kind of took place of the Amazon job. So I got in the routine of doing the sugar beet harvest in October, and then beeline it down south to get to the Christmas tree job come the end of November. So that kind of got me by for a while. And I remember it was after that seasonal job at the amusement park in Iowa at Adventureland. That was not that bad of a job. It was just really low paying. They really kind of, used the fact that you got a free campsite as, a big perk. So that, I guess, it justified them paying a lower wage. I think it was only like $8 an hour, which is pretty low for what I was used to. But it was still a neat experience. And I remember when I left that Adventureland job, I kind of told myself, I'm going to try to do this YouTube thing, more. I was making some money off of the ad revenue. I had monetized my channel around that time. I was meeting people that were doing YouTube full time, and I thought, I'm going to give that a shot. And for that next year, after I left Adventureland, after the end of the summer, I kind of charged myself to start uploading 3 videos a week. I was doing an upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I kept that up for a good solid year. It was extremely challenging. I basically just eat, breathe, sleep, YouTube. I was always either filming or editing or, it was just, it just really consumed my life. And at that time, I really enjoyed that. It was really fun and exciting. I experienced a lot of the growth on my YouTube channel around that time. I remember breaking like 10,000 subscribers and then 15. And then when I was in that 3 video a week schedule, I remember breaking 20,000 subscribers, and it was really neat. And I was starting to see some money with the ad revenue, so that was covering a lot of my gas expenses, so it gave me a little bit more freedom. And then combined with the seasonal jobs, going back to the sugar beet harvest, I was really able to kind of get ahead financially and bank some money away for the first time in many, many years of my adult life. So that felt really good. Hobbs is here just staring at this melon. Give him a little piece. Then it was around that time when I started to feel really pretty confident. So that must have been 17, around 2016, 2017. I guess that would have been the summer of 2016 I did Adventureland, so going into 2017. I was starting to feel really confident with the lifestyle I was living. Just living on the road full time, doing these seasonal jobs. In the off time, I had so much off time. I was really only working like a total of like a month and a half, if not 2 months total per year. So I had a ton of free time, and that was really rewarding. That's what made the lifestyle so special, was having all that free time to be able to travel and have the finances to support the travel and still be able to bank some money away. I was really feeling good about the lifestyle. It's like, okay, this is like the solution I've been looking for. I've got so much more freedom. I've got more money. I'm enjoying life more. I'm not working as much. And it just was, kind of like the sky's opening up. Like, okay, yeah, this is a direction I can go in for many years to come. And yeah, looking back to starting out 2014, it's now 2024. I just crossed 100,000 subscribers. I thank you all for being here. It still surprises me to this day that people keep coming back and watching my videos. I never would have expected, for one, that I'd be doing this long, and two, that people would keep coming back and tuning in and continuing to join my channel and this journey that I've been on. So it's really special. I just want to give you guys a sincere thank you for keep coming back. And it's weird to think about this experience without doing YouTube. It's been a part of the experience pretty much the whole time, except for that first year. So it's kind of like it's part of the experience for me. So when I go through times where I don't upload a lot of videos and I'm kind of, just reflecting and thinking about my life path and looking at the future a little bit, it's hard to think about not doing YouTube videos. I mean, I do think about it, and it seems like it's occupies enough of my time to where I'd have to find something else to fill that void if I were to stop doing it. So I don't really have any plans on stopping. I do kind of run dry on ideas, and I'm hypercritical of myself every time I edit a video. It's a huge process for me, making that decision to click the upload button and sit there and wait the hour or so it takes to upload the video. That whole time, there are many times when I cancel the upload and I just can't I don't think the video is good enough. I think it's silly. I think it's stupid. And then some time will pass. I'll do some more refining and editing and then finally upload it. But there's been many videos that I spend hours, days editing, and they never get uploaded. I'm just so critical of myself and the videos I make. So that's been a challenge to work on. A lot of personal growth stuff, just accepting myself and being confident with who I am and how I present myself. Something I've always just kind of been a loner and kept to myself a lot. So having this outlet to share part of my life with mostly strangers is kind of still a big deal for me 10 years into it. So yeah, I'm just kind of, at that point. It's been long enough to where I'm really I don't know what the words are. This is the life that I know now. So when I think about, I get asked this question a lot, do I want to like buy land and settle down and, live in a normal dwelling or a bigger dwelling, permanent dwelling? And I just don't think about that often. And when I do, it just doesn't seem super attractive. I'm still extremely comfortable and happy and looking forward to the future living the way I am. This van has been great. I'm going to ride it out in this box van, as long as I can. It does have some issues that are concerning for me. The integrity of the walls. They're very thin plywood, fiberglass reinforced. Getting some delamination in some areas. So I'm wondering how that's going to pan out, if there's any maintenance I can do to prevent that. But engine-wise, this thing's going to go for a little while, and I've got the money to maintain it. So I'm just going to ride it out in this vehicle for as long as I can, and then when the time comes where major maintenance is needed, engine replacement or integrity stuff with the box, I'll reconsider if I want to switch up to something else or put the money into keeping this going. But other than that, the biggest new addition is having Hobbs here. He's just sitting staring at this cantaloupe. Come on, let's get you on camera for a minute. He's really changed things up. For the type of dog he is and his age, he's a senior dog with some issues, some high maintenance issues. He's a special needs dog, pretty much. He's really not the best fit for this lifestyle. I mean, if he was raised in it from a pup, maybe be different. But it's been pretty limiting for us. It's been very challenging, but we love him dearly. We've bonded with him. This was Kelly's mom's dog. So when she passed, we took him on. We really tried to rehome him. We knew that would be the best for him. But with his special needs issues, we just couldn't find a good home for him. A couple of the major rescue groups that deal with this breed, Kelly's mom was kind of the head of that for many years. That's how she ended up with Hobbs and so many other dogs. So the one woman that was left with the rescue organization for this breed suggested putting him down with his issues, and we just couldn't bear that thought. So we thought, well, if we can't find anyone and we don't want to risk him getting put down, leaving him with a rescue organization, we're just going to take care of him till we either can find a suitable home or till he passes. So he's with us. It's been challenging, but he's such a sweetheart. He's just extremely loving. He just has some other issues, some aggression issues here and there. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on too long. I just kind of wanted to touch base with a lot of you that have joined this channel recently and started checking out my videos, and so many of you that have been subscribed and continued to be a regular viewer for all these years. I do like to check in every now and then and just kind of have a little real talk and reflect on the past and what we've been through, and still excited about the future to come. I'm really excited. Going to try to check out some new areas. Hobbs is really sensitive to the heat. He's a Washington dog. He's used to the cool, kind of been a homebody in the summer when it warms up in Washington where he was. The house had AC, so he's used to cool temps. And we've noticed on warm days it really impacts him. So we're going to have to keep that in mind for this summer. Try to get up to some high elevations and keep him comfortable if he's still with us. And yeah, we're just gonna try to ride it. I'm still keeping an eye out for seasonal job. The Alaska job, the job on the boat. There's been a lot of changes with that company, a lot of political stuff going on, and I don't know if I'm going to continue to go back to that. I have one other opportunity in Alaska, the shore operation job that we did. Me and Kelly and I worked that job. It wasn't as good a paying job, but it was still a neat experience. But what I'd really like to find is like a winter gig. The Christmas trees, that wasn't really for me either. But kind of just keeping an eye out for things that would be a potential 2-month or so gig in the winter. So that may be happening next winter. I was able to take it pretty easy this winter after cleaning boats this summer. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of rambling at this point, so I'm going to cut this segment off here. Actually, probably just go ahead and close out the video. I'm going to get outside and sit in the sun, get Hobbs out there. And again, just want to thank you all for checking out my videos. We've got some travel stuff coming up here. We're finding some really beautiful camps this winter. So I always like to show those off, and the surrounding areas. The Arizona deserts can be very desolate, but there's also some higher desert in Arizona that's just very beautiful and green and full of vegetation. So those are the areas we're trying to spend a lot of time in this winter. And then, yeah, we're thinking this summer, we do have plans of maybe trying to get over to Texas around April for the eclipse, to be in the path of totality. And then from there, try to cut up into maybe Colorado, spend some time in the summer in Colorado, maybe even Utah, possibly get up into Idaho. Who knows? But that's kind of the general idea. Just kind of trying to move slow and save my money, not burn too much gas in the wintertime so we can do some heavy exploring in the summer. And that is the plan. I really hope you're all doing well out there. You continue to come back and check out my videos. I appreciate you guys immensely. And we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Peace.